Hey everyone, welcome to CBS Bold and Beautiful. I'm Nancy, and I'm so excited to have you here. If you love Bold and Beautiful update, then you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you never miss a video. Alright, let's dive right in. Taylor Hayes studies a rack of gowns. She inhales, steadies herself, then smooths an invisible wrinkle from her blazer. Ridge Forrester strides in, all swagger and complicated history. He stops short when he sees her.
Ridge.
You're early. Taylor. Or you're late.
Ridge.
I was on a call about the couture preview. You look strong. Taylor. Imagine that. A woman can do that, look strong when she remembers who she is.
Ridge.
Taylor. Taylor. We're not doing this.
Ridge.
Doing what? Taylor. The thing where you pretend we're just business and then you tilt your head like that, and suddenly we're a memory. I'm not a memory, Ridge. I'm a chapter you keep reopening.
Ridge.
I never said. Taylor. You never have to say. You just are. That's the problem. Ridge searches her eyes, looking for a crack. There isn't one. The office door opens. Brooke Logan steps in, radiant, wary.
Brooke.
Am I interrupting?
Ridge.
We were just... Taylor. Finishing. We were just finishing. Taylor brushes past them. As she exits, she slips her phone from her pocket, thumbs a text we don't see. EXT. Il Giardino, Day. A late morning sparkle on glassware and laughter. Deacon sharp, sleeves rolled, charm set to low smolder, inspects notes for tonight's wine pairing. His phone buzzes. He smiles at the screen. Deacon. Right on cue, Doc. He texts back, then pocket tucks resolve with a grin. Brooke leans on the desk, the picture of poise. Ridge remains unsettled. Brooke. She's guarding herself. I can't say I blame her.
Ridge.
Since when are you Team Taylor? Brooke. I'm Team No Messes before a collection drops. Your designers need you focused, not replaying your greatest hits.
Ridge.
So you did hear we're rewriting the past now. Brooke. Ridge, I know you. When Taylor walks into a room, you change your breathing. A beat, he almost smiles.
Ridge.
I don't want to hurt anyone. Not her.
Not you.
Brooke. Then don't. Be clear. Make a choice, and mean it.
Ridge.
And if the choice is complicated? Brooke. Love is simple. People are complicated. Ridge's phone buzzes. He glances. A photo just arrived. Taylor at Il Giardino, candid, mid-laugh, with Deacon, their heads close. Ridge's jaw sets. Brooke. What is it?
Ridge.
Nothing I can't handle. He pockets the phone, but the image sears. EXT. Il Giardino, patio, later. Deacon sets down 2 espressos. Taylor studies him, poised and strategic. Taylor. I appreciate you meeting me. Deacon. You texting me was the highlight of my breakfast rush. What's on your mind, Doc? Taylor. Honesty. Deacon. Dangerous choice around here. Taylor. I need to be seen.
Publicly. With you.
Deacon clocks the words, leans back. Deacon. Because you like me, or because someone else does not like that? Taylor. Can it be both?
Deacon.
You're asking me to be your, what? Sparkler? A little fireworks show to light up the Forrester sky. Taylor. I'm asking you to be a friend. One who understands how to hold a spotlight and not get burned.
Deacon.
I've been burned so many times I qualify as charcoal. But I'm still here. Why me, Taylor? Taylor. Because you don't pretend to be perfect. Because you rebuilt yourself with your hands, not your last name. Her words land. He's touched despite himself. Deacon. And what do you get out of this? Taylor.
Distance.
From a gravitational pull that keeps dragging me into the same orbit. Deacon.
Ridge.
Taylor.
I didn't say that. Deacon.
You didn't have to. He takes a sip, studying her over the rim.
Deacon.
I know what it's like to be the second choice. I won't volunteer for it again. Taylor absorbs that. Taylor. Then don't be. Be the first choice for tonight. For this. For me being brave. Deacon considers, then nods.
Deacon.
All right. But if I'm in, I'm in. We're not doing a staged tableau. We're doing this with real laughs, real conversation, real chemistry. Taylor blinks, surprised by her own answering smile. Taylor, I can handle chemistry. Steffi Forrester strides through fabric racks, phone in hand, purpose in her heels. Hope Logan follows, setting down garment bags. Hope, you've been texting like a spy thriller. Should I be worried?
Steffi.
My mother just hit Il Giardino with Deacon. Half the city already tagged them. Hope, Deacon's free to have lunch with whoever he wants. He's changed, Steffi.
Steffi.
I didn't say he hadn't. I'm saying optics matter. If Ridge sees.
Hope.
If Ridge sees, Ridge feels something. Maybe that's the point. Steffi. Whose point?
Hope.
Taylor's allowed to protect herself.
Steffi.
By what? Making Ridge jealous? That's not protection. That's a game.
Hope.
Or maybe it's a message. She won't wait around while he decides who gets his last dance.
Steffi.
My dad loves my mother.
Hope.
And my mother. Always both. That's the problem. They exchange a raw, oddly compassionate look. Two daughters in the same maze.
Steffi.
We need to keep the collection on track. Save the family chessboard for later. Hope. Agreed. But if we're handing out lectures on boundaries, they should include all of us. Steffi arches a brow, but lets it go. EXT, Il Giardino, evening. Twinkle lights thread through vines. The place hums with date night energy. Deacon and Taylor share a booth. Laughter genuinely bubbles between them.
Deacon.
So the doc can laugh. Taylor.
Don't spread it around.
I have a reputation to maintain. A waiter arrives with a bottle. Waiter. Compliments of the house. Deacon tilts his head. He didn't order it. He clocks a table of fashion bloggers snapping photos.
Deacon.
You sure about the spotlight? Taylor. Turn it up. He pours. Their hands brush. She doesn't move away.
Deacon.
If we're doing real, there's something I should say. Taylor. Say it.
Deacon.
I used to fill emptiness with noise, scams, shortcuts. Charm turned to 11. Lately, quiet has been better.
Cleaner.
You bring quiet. Taylor. You bring courage. And you remember to eat. They clink glasses, and the moment is unexpectedly warm. Cameras flash. A shadow falls across the table.
Ridge.
Courage looks different at my ex-wife's table. Ridge stands there, gaze hard. The bloggers live stream heaven. Taylor.
Ridge. Deacon.
You want a seat? I can grab a chair. Might ruin the date vibe, though.
Ridge.
Is that what this is? A date? Taylor. It's dinner. With a friend. In public. Where grown-ups eat.
Ridge. She's using you.
A hush. Deacon. I don't need you to translate Taylor to me.
Ridge.
If you wanted to talk, you know where I am. Taylor. When I want to talk, I'll schedule a meeting. This is different.
Ridge.
This is a headline. Taylor. Maybe I'm tired of whispering. A beat. Ridge looks at her, sees something has shifted beyond his reach.
Ridge.
Enjoy your meal. He leaves. Deacon watches Taylor. Her hand trembles once. He covers it with his.
Deacon.
You okay? Taylor. Yes. Yes. She means it, and that scares her more than anything. The living room glows with ancestral opulence. Steffi paces while Ridge pours a drink he barely sips.
Steffi.
You saw them?
Ridge.
I didn't need to. The city saw them for me.
Steffi.
Dad, Mom's not scheming. She's protecting herself.
Ridge.
By sitting in a restaurant with a man who... Steffi. Made mistakes, yes.
So did you. So did I.
We're Forresters. Our sins have better tailoring. Ridge can't help a wry huff. Steffi. What do you want?
Ridge.
I want to walk into a room and not feel like a choice I made 5 years ago is still making choices for me.
Steffi.
Then make a new one. Stop circling.
Land.
He hears it.
He doesn't know how.
Hope folds laundry, her phone pinging with photo tags. Deacon knocks once and steps in. Hope lights up, reflexively protective.
Hope.
I saw the posts. Are you okay?
Deacon.
More than okay. She's interesting when she breathes.
Hope.
Dad, don't be a rebound. Deacon. Maybe I needed to learn that rebounding isn't always about someone else. Sometimes it's you bouncing back to yourself. Hope. I want you happy. For real. Deacon. Me too, kiddo. They hug. Over her shoulder, he's thoughtful. An algebra he can't yet solve. Mannequins gleam under fresh light. Taylor enters with coffee. Brooke is already there, reviewing sketches. Brooke. You caused quite a stir. Taylor. So I heard. Brooke. People are going to say you're using Deacon to make Ridge jealous. Taylor. What do you say? Brooke.
I say you're smarter than that.
And braver. Taylor. Coming from you. Brooke. We've both been standing at the same fork in the road for years. I'm not judging you for taking a different path. Taylor. It wasn't just a path. It was a decision to stop asking for permission to be happy.
Brooke.
Then be happy. Fully. Not as a tactic. Taylor.
He's not a tactic.
Brooke.
Good.
Because Deacon isn't a toy, and you aren't a chess piece. They share a rare, grounded moment of feminine truce. Deacon studies a small box, a simple vintage coin he keeps as a reminder of second chances. The door opens. Ridge steps in without waiting.
Deacon.
If you're here to flip a table, I already bolted them down.
Ridge.
I'm here to say one thing.
Deacon.
I'll brace myself.
Ridge.
She's complicated.
Deacon. So am I. Ridge.
If you hurt her,
Deacon.
you'll what? Design a suit so sharp it cuts me on sight?
A beat.
Ridge almost smirks but stays granite. Deacon. I won't hurt her. Not on purpose. I don't do that anymore.
Ridge.
And if she's using you?
Deacon.
Then I'll know. And I'll walk. But until then, I get to decide how much risk I carry.
Ridge.
You don't get to risk her. Deacon. She's not your risk to manage. Silence stretches. Ridge nods once, a concession or a warning. Hard to tell. Garments gleam under preview lights. Media trays and seating charts scatter like battle plans. Steffi orchestrates. Hope pins a hem. Brooke and Ridge stand at opposite corners of the same problem. Taylor arrives. Conversations hush, then resume. Deacon walks in a minute later, an invited guest by someone staring.
Steffi.
Don't make a scene.
Ridge. Me?
Brooke. All of us. Deacon spots Taylor. They share a quiet smile that reads, "We survived last night." Ridge sees it.
Ridge.
Can we talk? Privately. Taylor. 5 minutes. After the run-through. She turns to Deacon, stage whisper playful. Taylor. Don't let them sit you in Siberia. Deacon. I brought a coat. They share a tiny laugh. Ridge clocks it, more thrown by the ease than the optics. Ridge and Taylor stand in a sliver of quiet.
Ridge.
You wanted my attention. You have it. Taylor. I wanted my life. I have that too.
Ridge.
With Deacon Sharp? Taylor. With Taylor Hayes. Deacon sees her. That's new. He searches her face and finds a boundary where there used to be a door.
Ridge.
I never meant to keep you waiting. Taylor. You didn't keep me waiting. I waited. Those are different.
Ridge.
And now? Taylor. Now, I choose people who choose me first. It stings, because it's true.
Ridge.
If I said I was ready to. Taylor.
Ridge.
Don't make a promise because you're jealous. Make it because you're changed. He has no answer. The run-through begins. Models float in sculpted satin. The family stands front row, a united mosaic with hairline cracks. Deacon watches, captivated. He claps when Taylor claps. Brooke sneaks a glance, measuring him, maybe approving, maybe wary.
Hope.
You clean up nice.
Deacon.
Don't tell anyone. I have an image.
Hope.
She looks happy. They both look at Taylor, who does indeed glow, more from inner certainty than the stage lights. Deacon.
Yeah, she does.
The show is a success. Applause still echoes in the bones of the building. Champagne pops. Laughter arcs. Taylor slips away, needing a breath. Deacon follows moments later, stops in the doorway, as if not to spook a wild thing. Deacon, you dodged the after party like a pro. Taylor, I've had practice. Deacon, how are you really? Taylor, proud of the work. Proud of me. He steps closer. Deacon, I meant what I said about quiet. You make it feel like a choice, not a punishment. Taylor, and you make courage feel fun.
Deacon,
Fun is an underrated therapy modality. They laugh. The sound, genuine, bounces off dressing mirrors and sequins. Then Taylor's face shifts, serious now. Taylor, I need to be honest with you. Deacon braces, but doesn't back away. Deacon, do it. Taylor, when I asked you to meet me, I told myself it was about optics, about sending a message. But somewhere between the espresso and the way you don't flinch when I say inconvenient truths, it stopped being a message for Ridge. Deacon. And became what? Taylor. A message for me. He exhales, relief threaded through surprise. Deacon.
okay.
So what's the message? Taylor. That I can want something new and not be a villain for it. He studies her, then nods once, no swagger, no joke.
Deacon,
You're allowed to want. Full stop. She takes his hand. A simple, not staged act. Then, the door clicks. Ridge stands there. For a long beat, nobody moves.
Ridge,
I was going to say the right words. I had them. But I'm not going to compete with a moment that looks like truth. Taylor's grip tightens, not to provoke, but to anchor. Taylor. Then don't.
Ridge,
Take care of her.
Deacon,
I plan to. Ridge nods once, direct and devastating, then leaves. The echo of the door lingers.
Deacon,
That could have gone nuclear. Taylor. Or finally honest. They stand in the suddenly sacred quiet. Ridge sits alone, jacket off, tie loosened. Brooding, but not in self-pity, more like inventory. Brooke enters, a glass of water in hand. She sits beside him, without asking. Brooke. How was your speech?
Ridge,
Unsaid. Maybe that's the first honest thing I've done in a while. Brooke. The world didn't end.
Ridge, no.
It turned. Brooke. Which means it's still turning. So are we. He leans back, lets truth settle.
Ridge,
I wanted to be the man who didn't make anyone hurt. But maybe the real choice is to stop pretending I can control who heals and who doesn't.
Brooke, we can only control ourselves. Ridge,
Then maybe it's time I ask myself what I want that isn't about rescuing or repairing. Brooke.
and Ridge. I don't know yet.
But for once, I'm okay not knowing. Brooke squeezes his hand, a gesture of complicated care that history can erase. EXT, Il Giardino, Terrace, night. The restaurant sleeps. Deacon walks up. Taylor waits under the string lights, coat draped over her shoulders. The city hums beyond them.
Deacon,
You didn't have to wait. Taylor.
I wanted to.
He joins her at the railing. Deacon. So what now? If this started as a message. Taylor. It started as fear. It became a choice.
Deacon,
And I'm not a placeholder? Taylor. You're a page one. He swallows, eyes bright with something new.
Deacon. Okay then.
Page one. He offers his arm.
She takes it.
They walk toward the quiet street like two people who have finally stepped out of old scripts. A car engine purrs nearby, a camera lens glints from the shadows, paparazzi or a gossip blogger. The lens dips, then vanishes into the night, as if choosing not to steal this moment. Early light again. Hope and Steffi cross paths, each carrying ribbon garment bags. The air between them is oddly lighter. Hope. Your mother looked free last night. Steffi. Mine did, too. They share a look, an unspoken truce forged by tired hearts and growing women. Hope. Think the internet will survive?
Steffi.
Barely. They laugh, or Ray all laugh, then return to work. Taylor stands at her kitchen island, pouring coffee. Her phone buzzes, from Ridge. She reads the message. I'm rooting for your happiness. Truly.
R.
She exhales, moved. She types back. Thank you. She doesn't add more. She doesn't need to. A second buzz from Deacon with a photo, 2 espresso cups, side by side, captioned. Page 1? Taylor smiles and replies with a sunrise emoji and page 1. She steps onto her patio. The morning is bright, unburdened. EXT, Los Angeles Overlook, day. Montage. Ridge sketching with focused calm. Brooke approving fabric swatches with poise. Steffi directing a shoot. Hope laughing with her team. Deacon opening the restaurant with a new ease. Taylor walking along a cliff path, wind in her hair, no longer waiting for someone else's signal to move. The dinner rush swells. Deacon reads a text, then looks up as Taylor enters. They exchange that smile, the kind that knows it is being watched and doesn't care. Deacon. Table for 2? Taylor. Always. They sit. The room buzzes, but at their table, the sound is velvet. No choreography. No message to the world. Just 2 people writing something new. Taylor. So, Mr. Sharp, what's on the menu?
Deacon.
Something honest. Something brave. And for dessert, Taylor.
Surprise me.
Their hands meet across the table, steady, unhurried, real.